male approached. Obviously you don't want to put yourself in harm's way. You don't want to, be hurt. It's always good to be a very good witness and get information for us involving that call. If you see potential suspect vehicle, get us the best description you can. Height, weight, age, approximate age, sex, hair color. If they happen to have any type of tattoos or anything specific that would help us identify the individual. Same thing with a suspect vehicle. Model, type, older, newer, tag number. There's something that stands out significant on the car, a dent on the driver's side bumper, or a cracked windshield, or something that would help us, a bumper sticker, something that will help us identify. Is things we ask our community to do to help us in those investigations.
We're good.
We're good? Okay, second thing is just yesterday officers responded to Chapin Park. It's in the 2400 block of East MacArthur. Case number is 12811. At about 4:45 yesterday afternoon, officers responded to a call at Chapin Park. Again, it's located in the 2400 block of East MacArthur. Call was in reference to a citizen who was walking in the area and located a pile of rocks on top of ground which appeared to have possibly been disturbed. Officers investigated the area with the assistance of the Sedgwick County Emergency Management K-9, and nothing was located that's associated with the case involving missing 5-year-old Lucas Hernandez. So the case is still ongoing. We're continuing to investigate the case and ask for the community's assistance if they have any information. Continue to call the tip line at 383-4661.
I know that there are a lot of search groups that are starting up, and obviously when they see something that they think is suspicious, you mentioned this a couple days ago, to flag it, take a photo, and then call it in. Can you talk about the resources that have to go into investigating every one of these potential, I guess, pieces of evidence?
Well, if the community does happen to see something they think might be involved with the Lucas Hernandez case or something out of the ordinary, then yeah, we do ask that the state stand by with what they located, maybe notate the time that they located it, don't disturb that area, and then notify 911. Officers and or investigators can respond depending on the information we have, and we can review that information to see if it's perhaps related to the case and be able to determine what we need to do from there.
So even though yesterday it was not associated with Lucas, and the stuff that you mentioned yesterday as well that was found on Monday was not associated with Lucas.
Correct.
And you guys are devoting resources toward investigating that. Even though you didn't find anything associated with him, that's exactly what you guys want people to do if they do find something.
If they find something, yeah, we want them to call us because it could perhaps be something to help us in our investigation. And you have to remember that when we searched these areas, we used a lot of resources. We used upwards of 100 personnel, we used drones, we used canines, we used horses, we used all kinds of technology. We had organized grid searches. Again, this was not just something where we had just showed up at the park, but we used a lot of resources and did a very thorough job as we continued. But if somebody is searching and are looking at an area and they happen to see something they think could be associated, then give us a call. Call 911, and officers can come out again and we can research further. And I think it's also important just to remember the difference between public and private property. Public property is obviously property that you have access to as a member of the public, and private property is something that you would have access to with the permission of a property owner. You want to make sure that you're not, going onto private property without permission of a property owner. Even with good intentions, you could be violating a city ordinance.
Has that been an issue?
No, I'm just kind of giving that as a reminder. Yeah.
What time did you say that officers were called to the park?
About 4:45. About 4:45 yesterday afternoon.
Can you tell us anything about what officers did find?
Just yeah, they had located the a citizen had said they found some rocks with some dirt that appeared to be recently disturbed.
But it wasn't anything buried or.
No, not
Okay.
that, no.
And yesterday you mentioned that the police department is not organizing any more park searches, but if there are tips, you guys will go.
Right, we're still actively investigating this case. It's still an active investigation by all means. We just don't have any active investigations planned currently. We are still asking for information to come in, and if we get information that leads us to search another area, then we will utilize the resources that we need to properly search that area, yes.
There are more private searches, private independent searches planned for today and this weekend. Is that something, even though you guys don't have any planned yourself, is that something that you guys are encouraging at this point?
Right, well, I know that some of the community is helping. The community is our eyes and ears. We work with the community each and every day as we investigate crime. It's the partnerships with the community that we rely on to solve crime and keep Wichita safe. So, again, I just fall back on if a community member sees something that they think may be associated, notate that time, stand by, and notify 911 so we can follow up properly and see if it is anything that possibly is related to the case.
Is that phone number still very active in terms of tips coming in? The
I
313?
don't know. I don't know how many tips are coming in, but we are still, that phone number is still active for tips. 383-4661 if anybody has any information. Anything else?
Could you go over just the first note, just for those?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We had a little bit of sound issues at the beginning, so I'll just go over the first case again real quick just for our Facebook followers. Appreciate everybody being here with us on Facebook. First case I talked about was an aggravated assault firearm in reference to a shoplift at Kohl's in the 6900 block of West Kellogg. It occurred about 9 p.m. last evening. Tuesday, February 27th at approximately 9 p.m., officers responded to a shoplift call at Kohl's in the 6900 block of West Kellogg involving two juvenile suspects. When officers arrived, they located the suspects fleeing from the store, and they pursued them. A 31-year-old male who is a Best Buy employee observed what was occurring and approached one of the suspects to assist police. The suspect then brandished a handgun and pointed it at the male and then continued to flee on foot. Both of these juveniles were apprehended by police. One suspect was arrested and booked for theft and an outstanding warrant. The second suspect was arrested and booked for theft, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm of somebody under the age of 18, and possession of stolen property. The handgun was recovered and had been reported stolen out of Derby, Kansas. Great job by all the officers involved in this case. Anything else? All right, a lot of good questions today. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.